In this video, I'm going to show you how I created these fun stars on my ring finger. I'm going to show you on a nail stick just because it's easier to demonstrate this way. So I began by curing 2 coats of Eye to My Soul on my nail stick, and then I also applied a layer of Matter Effects top coat. Now, if you don't have the top coat, you can just take the gray side of our buffer and buff the shine off your nail and it will work just as well. I'm going to use Lovee Dovee to draw my star, and I'm using my medium striping brush from the GelMoment Creativity set. So to begin, I'm going to run the brush through the polish. To help create nice even flow on your brush, you want to kind of run the brush through the polish a few times, and that's going to take the blob of polish that's at the end and kind of smooth it out. You can also run it across your mat or whatever you're using, as you'll see in my video here right away, just to help thin that line. So stars can be a little bit tricky, and I find the best way to go about doing this is to start by drawing that 5-pointed star the same way you would have learned as a child to draw them, by doing the 2 lines down on either side, making an upside down V, and then drawing across and across once again, and then bringing it back down to the point. Now, don't panic. This is going to get a lot neater as you go along. I'm just going to go in and fill in the rest of my star with my Lovee Dovee. Your star will grow in size as you go to redefine the outline and to make the points even. So your goal is actually to go from one point to the other point. So as you can see, I'm going from point to point, and this is going to make you even the star out. And this is going to create accurate sizing for each point as well. So you always want to make sure when you're drawing from one point to the other that the line is straight. As again, I am just going back and forth and just redefining it. And as you work, you'll just sort of determine what looks right and what doesn't look right. If one tail is a little bit too thin or a little bit too short, you can lengthen it out by just continuing to draw those straight lines. As you can see, the star is kind of taking its shape now. You don't want to work too slowly because this is polish that will self-settle. So the more you have on it, it will start to meld. As you can see there down at the bottom, my polish was starting to run, and so I had to kind of go in and thicken up the other last bottom point. If you make any mistakes, you can just kind of touch up with another brush, remove some of the excess polish. I just used the precision brush from our GelMoment kit. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and give a 45-second cure because I'm using the deluxe lamp. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to retrace the star, once again going from point to point, making sure my lines are nice and straight. And this is just so that I can darken the color of the white. I want it to be less translucent. You could do another coat. I only demonstrate 2 coats of polish for this one, but I did on my hand use 3 to give it a nice, really dark white color. I wanted it to be super dense for color. Just filling in again, making sure all my points look about the same length and width. I'm a big fan of continuing the pattern off the edge of the nail. I think that this gives it more of a hand-painted look, as well as it also gives it continuity. It looks like it would continue on if you were to look past the edge of the nail. You'll note that on my ring finger, I've actually done 3 stars. And so this also gives you a little bit more room to add some more stars. I love that hand-painted nail art is so individual, and it shows your flaws, and it just makes it so unique and special. Once again, I'm going to do a full cure now that I've completed my 2nd coat. And then lastly, I really wanted to get a little sparkle on my star, and so I decided to use Stardust Top Coat, and I'm using my precision brush. And I'm just going in and filling in. This polish is a bit thicker, so you can be a little bit less concerned about it running over the edge. And I just painted it on my star. And now I'm going to do another 45-second cure. And that's our completed star. Unfortunately, the sparkle doesn't pick up in the video, but in real life, it's very sparkly and quite pretty. And this is my completed mani. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.